Okay, let me start. My name is Karol Stanovnik, and I'm Business Development Manager for MEA region. I would like you to introduce to you the solution that Spica is developing for time and attendance platform named Time&Space, and the name of this module, new module, is dynamic scheduling. Through today's webinar, which will be probably around 20 minutes or maybe even more, if there will be any questions, and please let us know if there will be any, and you can of course freely send to me via email or later on the Skype. So this solution, dynamic scheduling, was prepared for optimizing work schedules of employees in different verticals, but mostly we focus on retail. So for the beginning, we can start with the key challenges that the companies are facing in this area of work daily routine, probably, but there is a lot of work to do and also a lot of challenges that these planners, let's say, are facing. So definitely lack of time during the day routine is one of the key challenges. So if we focus on retail, there is a lot of things that store manager needs to do during the day. Of course, apart from selling, there is also inbound of some calls, some arrivals of new articles, new products, and everything, administration. So there is not much time left for preparing work schedules for employees for the next week or next month. So also there are year after year, of course, there are also millennials who are coming into the work that have a really diverse requirements. So they would like to work, I don't know, a little in the morning, then in the afternoon. Some week they would like to work, other week no, and so on and on. So really diverse requirements from your employees. Then also the coordination of those absence. There is probably the challenge that face all of the verticals, especially those where the people, your workforce is most, let's say more product or work extensive. So there are a lot of absences and also vacations, and if you want to optimize your workforce, you need also to know how to manage vacations and absence in the fastest way. Also, overtime should be kept to minimum. That means that probably, I don't know in your regions, but in Slovenia, overtime, it needs to be paid. If there is after 2 months or every quarterly or every quarter, you need to pay your worker the so much money that like overtime he did. So overtime is expense for the company and it should be kept to minimum. And this software helps you to maintain these overtimes to minimum in the manner that you can see and you can schedule the people who have maybe the most or the maximum overtime in their group. Also complex legal restrictions. Every country has different legal restrictions, and that's why there is also a complex situation, and we have a configuration file, configuration data that you can configure your legal restrictions into, let's say, your needs, and that all the planners who are using this software can have a help through the data on data sheet, that dashboard, which is on the right side of the software. We will see later on. You can get a help if your employee is inside legal requirements. Depending on the day or the part of the year, it's also important that you have the right number of employees in your store or in your, let's say, hotel, in your, let's say, healthcare institution. So it's important if it is Christmas or it's vacation time where nobody is in the city. And if there is in retail, let's say in retail you have not so much frequent, not so high frequency of people in the store, but in the hotel there are a lot of people during vacations. So regarding timings and period of the year, you need to move your workers between going, I don't know, to vacations or being in the store or in the hotel, or you need more people or less people depending on the day in the week. Next is moving and exchanging of workers between business units. Of course, when someone is absent or goes on vacations, and if there is in the same time there is two employees that want to go to vacations in one store in one department of the hotel, you need to move other people in this department. So it's also a very frequent need from the customer that they have a good software that they can easily see where are free employees from other departments, which you can move, who you can move to your department and ask if they let's say are inside those skills that you need for your department. Then it's when the schedule is prepared, you also want it to publish on the, let's say, on the wall in one management room, or it's the room back room, let's say. We got the feedback from the market that a lot of times it's hard to put all the schedules of your employees on one single paper sheet, let's say A3 dimensions or A5, and then they need to stick different layers of paper sheets into one data tables, and we also take care of this. If we go to dynamic scheduling and the functionalities features that covers those challenges that we went through, there are many of them, but just to highlight some of them, which are very important. Of course, the most important is that the dynamic scheduling is integrated with Time&Space. And all the data from your employees of the customers are connected to the dynamic scheduling. And also all organizations, schemes, and schedules are transformed if they are already prepared in the Time&Space. They are then sent to the dynamic scheduling, so you can see them on the data tables, which you can see on the right side of this slide. Also, as this application is web application, you can go to it or access this dynamic scheduling from anywhere and of course anytime, from the tablet, from your PC, from laptop. We also focus and take extra care about user interface. So we will in further months build up this feature list and functionalities, and always have in mind that it needs to be easy to use and, let's say, Excel-like. We don't want it to be like Excel, but those who mainly plan and schedule the employees need to have really simple and fast to learn application. So keep time components at your hand. It means that all the time components that planner need to efficient and optimize the workforce, they need some balance of hours, how much days have someone has someone for annual leave, how much did I already plan for this month, let's say. Also some legal restrictions that are important if we keep in mind these time components. So these are also a very important part of planning to optimize your workforce. Additional functionalities and features. So these legal restrictions that I talked about are also in some manner pushed up automatically. So when you save the data that you planned for the, let's say, for this week, you prepare the schedule for 3 workers, you save data, and you automatically get the notifications who was within legal restrictions, who wasn't, and if all of this plan is legal compliant. So these parameters are, as I said, configurable, and it's very good to be notified automatically when you save the data. It's also important as some of the changes the planner is doing or making through the week or through the month, it can be within the hour you are scheduled in another, let's say, part of the day. So it's very important to notify also employees very fast in an efficient way. And 2 standard ways are emails, as we all are reading those emails every day, and also during the day after work. And it's important because a lot of people also don't have smartphones to read the emails on their phones, but so we also decided to prepare the solution and functionality that we can send SMS with the notification if your schedule of or the schedule of employee has changed. What means GDPR compliant? GDPR compliant means that we have the audit log for all the changes that have been made through this software. And also it's important when you publicate the printed document where there are a lot of data about when your co-workers, my co-workers, are scheduled. The GDPR is saying that your surname need to be covered or let's say removed and a substitute with another adequate number or just the first key of the last on the first name. So it's important not to publish Carl Stanoning and all his schedule through the month. You can do it just with the K and S, or I can have, let's say, 583, the number of my ID. So only I know that this number belongs to me, and others know about their numbers. So how can dynamic scheduling help your customers? So it's simple, intuitive dashboard. It's often seen our competitive softwares as too complex, and you can make a mistake as you don't see some data that is not so good represented. And we took extra care that it would be good looking and also fast to recognize different options that you can take. So real-time alerts in case of legal requirement is violated. We wanted to be legal compliant, and also that you can see it, not to go through every worker's schedule and look at I don't know if the Monday, and if they can also work in Saturday, and so on and on. But the automation is somehow helping you to faster see all the things that could go wrong if I don't know, someone from the from the state come. Simple management of complex schedules with no mistakes. So it's important that you keep, as we already said, to keep overtime to minimum, that you don't need that customer don't need to pay for the overtime. It's also very important to easily reschedule those overtime, and not to need more resources. If I don't know, somebody has so much overtime, you can reschedule to different day. You don't need to call another employee and to fill this gap, as probably till you don't use dynamic scheduling, you don't see that someone has so many overtime hours. Then audit trail, as I already said, 100% compliance with GDPR, and automatic alerts in case something changed, and they're immediately notified about this change. So this increases worker satisfaction, as they are not coming to work too early, and then they need to wait 8 hours for going home. This is very disturbing. So we want to prepare the solution for the enterprises who are preparing schedules for a group of workers that are autonomous. So let's say for the stores that they have a group of workers which need the planner needs to schedule the working time through those workers that are in this group. Or also in the hotel, you have the groups where are, let's say, connected to the reception, or the group of the workers that are connected to the kitchen, group of the workers that are connected to those who travel with the hosts, not with the hosts, but with the tourists, and so on and on. Also, it's important that to know that the enterprises who have really complex work schedules, they really have a very big challenge to manage all those schedules and to prepare next week working hours for all the employees with different schedules, and it's really a mess when you see this. So they're really in need to have such a solution. Also, it's very it's a fashion, or it's very frequently that to optimize resources and to have not to have to minimum all the expenses that company can afford. You want to have different employment status of your workforce, also depending on the season. Let's say for the in the hospitality business, it's seasonal work, and you cannot afford to have 100 people in hotel during the summer if this is a summer area, and also 100 people in your hotel working during the winter if there is no winter season. And you don't need to have in this manner a seasonal workers or half-time workers. Let's say maybe at the very high peak at the summer season, you need also extra students to help you with some, and all of those different statuses have different needs, or yes, and you pay them differently, you treat them differently, they have different schedules, and all of those different statuses are messing the the work of scheduling of the planner. So dynamic scheduling is helping working with all those statuses. And of course, bigger the enterprise is, more complex the organizational structure is. If you're looking at hospitality, there are reception, kitchen, cleaning, service, let's say a swimming pool, and so on and on. If you're looking at retail, there are many geolocations, and it's also complex. It gives complexion to the planning, as you need to move, let's say, workers when in some area it's more, let's say, it's higher the sales, you need more people. And if in one store there is sale, you need to move the sales, the workforce, sales workforce from one store to another, because there will be more people, because the store is opening, there is a huge sale on the shelves, and so on and on. We cover also healthcare and production with this software, but mainly we are focused on retail and hospitality with the features. And with the following months, maybe the following 1, 2, 3 years, we will also adding features that are maybe more healthcare oriented. But for the beginning, please stay on the retail, hospitality, and focus the sale towards those clients. And when we win them, we'll go forward. We can see a little bit of live presentation of this application. So just a quick look. As you can see, I'm in the web browser, and I'm Connor Phoenix. It's on the right top corner. Admins or of the one of the planners that are scheduling workers. So I will choose my name, as I can also choose other schedules, and to see if someone is available, that I can move it to my area or to my department. Here is a department. I can choose from different departments, and of course I will load the data. And if you saw, it's in Slovenian language. We have also English, and I will do it right now. So here's the settings for just my account, and I will choose the language to English and stay safe. I've needed to do it right away, so that's why I need to load the data once more. This is for the current month. So if you want to to go to the current month, just click on the current month and you will be here on the current month. You can, and now you see for the current month it's empty. If we go for the next, data, and here you have at the top you have different schedules and intervals that you can make all by your own. If you have this, of course, you can do a new template and prepare the schedule with the name, with the color, and also, of course, with the start and end duration. You can see that those Alden, Stedman, and others have their own schedule names. And in the left corner, you see the data about the time component, and we can hide a little bit those dashboards that are on left top and see more wider time frame. As you can see, the worker Alden Stedman is scheduled Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and at Friday is different schedule, and so on and on. And we have planned till for this month, we have planned on the right side you see 34 hours. On the left it's current state. That means that before this happens, this from 1st October on, the Alden Stedman has minus 757 and 30 minutes minus in his saldo, and after this will happen, this 34, and yes, there will be another total planned hours, and this is for all the employees. If we show on the right side, you see these also time components that we can configure, and you can see for this specific worker, you can see total schedule time, scheduled days, free days, absence, and then also forward to the right. I can see it because of the dashboard of GoToWebinar. You can also see period data and year data. So for the period data, it's meant for the current month, and for the year data, it's all year. So you can see how many scheduled Sundays were, how many Saturdays, holidays, and so on and on. And this is all configurable, and it's a view for this specific worker, Alden Stedman. And how you can add new schedules is if you press the shift button on your keypad and just took all the way to the right with the mouse. You have choose 5 days in this week. You can click on the right mouse button and you select one of these schedules that are prepared. You can also insert interval. We have made this, it's not a schedule, but it's ad hoc. It's ad hoc time frame that is just made once, and it's not for the further usage. In the time and space, you also see this. This could be explained by our development and time and space guy Giga. How is this then integrated in the time and space data? So all the hours also of these specific ad hoc intervals are gathered in all the scheduling procedure, and then further into the payroll system. If you take now that this worker will work from 5 till, let's say, 10 p.m. Let's say 10 p.m. and just click add, and we can see it's now here and also in the table, so you can easily move this screen to the right position so it don't get in your way when you're planning. With the escape button you can close this, and now you can see it in the working time schedule. You press the save to see if there is any notification that will pop up for me to notify, and also all the data on the right side is shown regarding schedule time, free days, absent, how many, let's say, Saturdays and Sundays was were planned. If you want to export this, you can click on export on the right top corner, and you can here choose with the compliance to the GDPR full name, full first name, last name, initial, and so on and on. Also reference number for name, and if you click reference number for name, also total planned hours, you can download this file, this schedule that we have made on the PDF or Excel. So if you choose PDF, it's loading and it's prepared. Now we can see what we have made, and you can see with the numbers at the top are the numbers are the workers that are addressed to this number, and you can see from which hour to which hour, which day this worker is in the office or in the store. With the one of the colors, you can also see for what it's meant. Is it red or is it green color? It's different schedule. If you are on the white standby, it means that you are on the, how it's called, absent, but is it absent from your not from your will, but from the manager will? So also maternity will, it's in, and at the bottom there is total planned hours for the whole month, and you can see by the sections, if you want to prepare the schedule for more organizational units, for more departments, you will see that every page has his own department, and also is the whole month inside. It looks like this. If there's any other questions, you can write me on my email if I've forgot about something. But this is, let's say, this is it. It's simple, intuitive, and we will add features during next month. I will now close the window and continue with the remaining slides. It's 5 minutes more. So how to buy a solution? Maybe this is very important slide to all you to see. If you have time, you can open my presentation and see to also watch some of the things, some of those who just listening don't have time to see all the slides, please open to see what is the license scheme. The user's licenses for dynamic scheduling users are those who are scheduled. So all the employees that are their data that is sent to the dynamic scheduling from time and space, they are users. So user licenses is committed to the number of employees that are scheduled. Admin client licenses, so the DST, are the licenses for those who are planning. So for the store manager, for the hotel manager, or the specific department manager, they are admin, so they need admin client licenses. So two licenses are user licenses for employees that are scheduled, and admin client licenses for those who is scheduling those employees. And every DSC require web client license TSV, as we know that this is a web application and it's also communicating with the time and space web. So what are the next steps? We would like you to prepare a list of potential customers or leads, maybe to call and see if there is any challenges regarding this area of work that needs to be done mostly every week or even every day. So we can help you with a number of things that you need to close. First, let's say call or first presentation, introduction call. Please maybe organize a workshop with the client to see what they need, where are the key challenges they are facing, and before that we can talk, we can have online meeting and help you with that to prepare in the best possible way. And of course we can see with them implementation plan, and at the end prepare the right offer for them and see if they see the real value in this software. They're of course prepared to pay for it. So please, I would be glad if we can in following week see some new leads that will be opened with the module dynamic scheduling. What can we offer for you? What can Spica offer you? It's to take part into introductory presentation or even a call if this is suitable for you. We are also preparing marketing materials, so some of them are already done, but also we can further develop those materials if they are needed. So please send us some of your needs that need to be done in order to win or to prepare those customers that they will be in need to see what this solution offers. And of course, if they want to have a demo, we can share with you our support for technical and of course sales. If there is some question about the feature that is not maybe already in, and we can follow up on that with a plan when it will be done, or it is necessary, and on and on. So you have our support, and if you need anything, you can contact me like you see in the first slide on my email or Skype I'm available to you anytime. So thank you for your time. Maybe I go even behind my timeline, but as I'm very happy to introduce this, and I'm very motivated to sell in different verticals this module software new. I wanted to take time and present every part of my presentation. So have a good day, and I hope we can have a contact very soon regarding this dynamic scheduling. Bye bye.